What's up, YouTube? This is Mathewis97. Welcome to St. Louis, Missouri for today's edition of my SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. We've got a bit of an odd episode this week, as we've got this team up here. We're trying to figure out who's going to be next in line for Carlito's Cruiserweight title. And since Burke and Corvan just got a win over Terry Funk last week, we're going to see how Burke can handle himself against Carlito. Of course, this is a tag team matchup, so Masters and Corvan, they're in the mix as well. Then we got Triple Threat. It's the Hardy Boys, they're in there, Ric Flair's in there, so we continue the Matt-Rick rivalry. And Jeff has had history with Matt in the past. He's also trying to perhaps move himself closer to the Cruiserweight title, so we're going to throw him in there as well. Then we have a matchup I just kind of threw together. Terry Funk, he is down on his luck. He's been doing really poorly, so he went out and he wanted to pick a fight with the baddest dudes in the yard. He's going after Snitsky, he's going after Bobby Lashley, and Shad. Well, since Punk's going to be, his contract's going to be ending, we're just going to let Shad do his own thing. We just need a big show this week. So, Shad, he said, you know what, people are still doubting me as the US champ. Like, they think just because I beat those two guys and I beat JTG, they still don't believe in me. So Shad, he said, you know what, I'm gonna join this fight as well. So it's a massive fatal four-way for the United States Championship. Shad looking to prove himself, Terry Funk looking to prove himself, Lashley and Snitsky are just looking to kill each other. So this is what we got. Then there's this match, which, since the US title scene may not work out with Punk after all, that rivalry is just gonna kind of flop. Maybe, just maybe, CM Punk could try to, since I don't know, Punk has been here since the beginning of this particular series, and I don't know, I'm gonna give him a shot, see how he does, if he can maybe get himself into, help out Nitro in some way, because these two men, they have history, they've clashed over the Cruiserweight title, they have a very up and down past, mixed relationship, sometimes they've been on good terms, sometimes not so much. We're gonna see how they do against Mick Foley tonight. We're going to see if Nitro will get in Punk's way, or if Nitro might actually be able to help, if his hatred for Mick Foley is stronger than his hatred for CM Punk. And I don't know, maybe that'll amount to a triple threat. Maybe Punk will get a world title shot first. I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. It's just a match that's happening. And then, of course, the main event, tag team titles on the line in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. It is Rated RKO taking on Sabu and Sandman. Should this just be a normal tag team match? Maybe. I could do like elimination. We could do tornado. Let me think, because I am going to do the Fatal 4-Way. I'm obviously going to play the two title matches. So the Fatal 4-Way is going to happen. And this... I'm not a super huge fan of just the normal tag team matches, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Why not? And then, see, what I'm thinking here is, if Rated either way, I think it would be cool if Rated RKO could win the tag titles a bit earlier, because then the big thing would be, it's going to be a showdown in a steel cage tag team matchup, because that's Sabu and Sandman's, their stomping ground. That's their yard. So that's the big thing is, could they regain the titles in the steel cage environment? I don't know. We'll just see how it plays out. So we'll simulate this one. Elijah and Marcus get the win, so maybe that's going to push Elijah Burke closer to the Cruiserweight title. Who knows? Ric Flair gets the win. Matt is going to continue that losing streak, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe both of the Hardy Boys will try to work together to take down Ric Flair. Otherwise, Ric Flair seems to be the next guy who might be in line for the Cruiserweight title. Since we can't do the 6-man Battle Royals on a regular episode of SmackDown, that's going to be where the payoff is. We're kind of just stuck with that. So this matchup, it is CM Punk who gets the win over Mick Foley, so that could throw a wrench in the world title mix. Perhaps. Maybe we need to give Punk a bit of a boost. We'll find out. So then we got our two title matches, US title and WWE Tag Team Titles. We'll start with the US and go from there. So last week I talked about the weird thing with Bobby Lashley, where he just sort of inherits the streak by beating The Undertaker. Then we could do see, depending on how the series plays out, we could do something even weirder, which nobody who anyone who hadn't seen my GMO series wouldn't understand. It would be weird. But we could just do some, like, weird amalgamation of the canon, which would totally destroy everything. But Bobby Lashley, let's say he returns in universe mode, and he has now inherited the Undertaker's streak. So, bada bing, bada boom. I couldn't get out of the ring there. That was weird. Anyways, so Lashley just randomly shows up in universe mode, and we just randomly treat him as if he had broken the streak, or as if he was the streak, like the Undertaker never happened, which would totally destroy everything I've done with Kevin Owens and that stuff. Or maybe if I ever do the casual universe mode that I talked about a while back, maybe we could have a weird way of reintroducing Bobby Lashley, because since the casual universe mode would be sort of like a spiritual successor to this GM mode stuff, I don't know, maybe there's a weird way we could somehow adapt the canon. We could bring back certain people. I don't know, like, the Edges would be, like, somebody like an Edge would be retired. A lot of the guys who are in the game just aren't around in wrestling anymore. Like, what does Snitsky do nowadays? I don't know. CM Punk, he's not with WWE. I think Carlito, someone like that, is on the Independents. So, like, I don't know, we just have these weird sort of returns. But anybody who hadn't seen the GM mode series would have no idea what's going on. I don't know, we could make maybe something cool there, and that's assuming I ever even do that casual universe mode series, because right now I'm a little, short for time anyway, which is why I'm not continuing GM mode, on top of just not really being interested in continuing it beyond this point. Right now, in the ring, we have Snitsky, well, they're outside of the ring. Snitsky and Bobby Lashley are outside of the ring, beating the holy hell out of each other. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Shad takes down Terry Funk with a double underhook suplex. And it looks like Shad's going to go to the outside and perhaps get involved in the mix there. Well, Terry Funk is going to go out and join him, so now all four men are on the outside. This is not false count anywhere, so the title will not be changing hands anytime soon outside of the ring, which I suppose is a good thing for Shad, because Shad is he is the man coming in trying to retain the title, so he'll have less people to try to look out for if they are outside of the ring. Well, actually, no, wait, this is a hardcore match, so it is Falls Count Anywhere. What am I saying? Never mind that. I now understand why Shad was going outside of the ring. He's being smart, I'm being a dummy. But right now, Terry Funk has brought Shad inside of the ring. So, right now, Shad and Funk, they're separated from the other two on the outside, which could be a dangerous move. Oh, it looks like Snitsky's been busted open. Oh, a big shoulder block there. Now a DDT by Lashley. As it's Lashley and Shad going to work right now. As look at Shad lining up the big-time elbow drop. Covered by Lashley, covered by Lashley. We have a new United States champion. Bobby Lashley steals the United States Championship right out from under Shad's nose. Well, he did it. The bastard did it. Bobby Lashley is now the United States champion. Although this time I'm okay with it. Last time when he won the Intercontinental title back in 07, wasn't too pleased about it, but I don't know. I think this just makes the situation funnier, and it's probably actually better because I didn't really have any plans for Shad. I didn't know what he was going to be doing. The Punk thing fell through. Whereas Lashley now, this adds an interesting dynamic to the Snitsky thing, because now not only is Snitsky looking to beat the guy who broke the streak, who inherited the streak, as we're saying, but now he is potentially looking to capture the United States Championship from the guy, so Snitsky has even more to gain. So Terry Funk has now gotten his title shot, so we have satiated that desire. Now, Edge is going to be getting his title shot. It's Rated RKO versus Sabu and Sandman. Tag team matchup, main event of Friday Night SmackDown in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, so it's the big time. Randy Orton has a tremendous pressure to perform tonight. Will he be able to live up to the hype, or will he crack under the pressure? So, and we've already had one title change hands tonight, so there could be something in the air. That title had nothing to do with the Hardcore Legends, the Hardcore Invasion, the Hardcore Takeover. That was disconnected. However, You never know. Could be something cooking tonight. Could be something cooking for these challengers. As Randy Orton takes down Sabu with a DDT, a nice counter, but Sabu able to create that separation, push Orton away. And now Sabu could perhaps be looking to make a tag to the Sandman. Oh, no, wait. He ducks underneath. Randy's a little disoriented. There's a shot from behind by Sabu. A kick. Tried to trip out the legs, perhaps, but Orton stands his ground. Oh, you saw Sandman try to take a cheap shot in there. He did not connect with Randy Orton. Didn't even really distract him. But so far, Sabu's doing a pretty good job of holding his own out there. Oh, but Orton ducks behind. Randy Orton ducks behind and takes down Sabu with a reverse DDT. And now off the ropes, Randy Orton delivers the forearm to the face. And now, Randy could perhaps be looking to make the tag to his partner, the former World Heavyweight Champion, the Rated R Superstar Edge. As now these two men teeing off, Edge stomping a mud hole in Sabu in the corner. And now he's going to walk him dry. Oh, but nope, maybe not. Sabu, he's going to do some walking on his own. He's going to make the tag to the Sandman. Oh, but Sabu didn't get out of the ring. Sabu tried to go to work with some double team action on Edge. That did not come to fruition, however, but it did distract Edge long enough for Sandman to go on the attack, to dish out some offense. Now he's got Edge up on his shoulders here. Sandman, oh, what a power slam. And I've been thinking lately, it is a little weird that GM mode, after, how long I've been running this, that it is coming to an end. And that sort of just put things into perspective for a lot of things, because I've been doing YouTube for going on 6 years now. I mean, WWE 2K19 will be my 7th game that I've been running Universe mode. GM mode has been a part of this channel since 2013, although this timeline we've created from the 06 to the 08 series, that didn't start till 2015, but even so, that is I'm drawing a blank now. That is 3 years that I've been working on this series, been crafting this narrative. And so it is, I guess it feels a little odd to, because, I mean, the past 2 series, I've been, like, every time we've been getting down to the end, I've been operating under the assumption that there will be a continuation, there will be a next game. And that's how I've been used to booking Universe mode for all this time, is that there will be a next game, there will be a continuation. But not for GM mode after this. This is the end. Once we hit WrestleMania, that's the finale. No more GM mode. That is it. And that is a little odd, because it's not something I'm totally used to doing. In a way, I guess this is sort of a way to prep me for the future finale of Universe mode, whenever that will be. Not for several years, if I have anything to say about it, but it is something to consider. Oh, look at Sabu! Sabu tried to fly, but he paid the price dearly. But yeah, it's been 3 years we've been working on this series, and I guess I don't know, I guess I'm just in this mood, thinking back, reflecting on things, because, I mean, by the time I released this video, it should have already happened, but I saw a tweet by someone just talking about, like, Adventure Time, that cartoon, is coming to an end. Like, it's going to be airing its finale soon, which should have aired the finale by now. And it's just, I don't know, just thinking back to, I've just been thinking on these things that go on for a while, these long-running projects, or, I don't know, just something that sticks with people that's been around for a while, and it's just weird when that finally comes to an end. You kind of get that feeling of, like, emptiness. Like, this thing has been going on for so long, it's been a part of so many people's lives for however long. I mean, of course, my GM mode series does not have nearly the as wide of a range of impact as Adventure Time, or, some big budget cartoon or TV show or whatnot. But I do think it's interesting, especially, like, just thinking back in the realm of wrestling. Like, wrestling stories generally don't end, because unless a company goes out of business, generally there is no big finale. Like, you have, capstones to, like, storylines. Stories will end. There'll be the big WrestleManias that put an end to stories, but the company, the universe as a whole, does not end. It continues on. But the different, oh no, miscommunication between Edge and Randy Orton. But when it comes to, something that's being made by me, a YouTuber, someone who's doing a universe mode or a GM mode, those narratives will eventually end. Those universes will eventually come to some sort of conclusion. And I don't know, it's just an interesting thing to think about. I don't really have an overall point to this discussion. Just been thinking about it lately, and I don't know. Just thinking of the interesting position that this is. I mean, it's interesting to me. I'm sure not really talking about it in an interesting way. I'm just kind of saying things as Edge tries to get back into the ring. But Sandman trying to get Edge counted out here. Edge finally made it back into the ring. Sabu, meanwhile, has been beaten up on Randy Orton. But right now, Edge is looking to get some payback for that. As Edge now has Sabu. Hot shot right into the ropes. Sabu gets the life choked out of him. Oh, but Edge, no. Edge, no. Sabu with the counter, but Sabu missed. He missed his opportunity, and now Edge is going to make a tag. No, he is not, because Sabu there to block it. As Sabu knocks Randy Orton off the apron for good measure. Trying to do whatever he can to make sure Edge does not make that tag. But Edge is staying on the offensive. Edge is trying to do whatever he can to make that tag, because if Edge can make that tag to Orton, that'll be a game changer. That could change the complexion of this matchup big time. As Sabu trying to distance himself from Randy Orton, but Edge finally gets him to the corner, finally makes the tag. What is this? What the heck was that? That is certainly not a tag team maneuver I expected out of Rated RKO. Randy showing a bit of athleticism that I didn't realize he had. But impressive nonetheless, is now Randy Orton going to work on the arm of Sabu. And now he's going to go off the ropes. Randy Orton, there's that forearm to the face once again. And now Randy's going to go back to that arm, grabs him by the head, and just drives the knee right into the tricep or the bicep. I forget what the anatomy of the arm is. But Randy Orton just looking to, well, nope, trying to cut down the ability of Sabu to fight back, but Sabu takes him down with a jawbreaker. It's now Sabu. I mean, he's bought himself time, but he could not make... Oh, can he make it to the corner? He cannot. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. For some reason, I cannot... Oh, no. Can I not use my L1 button? What happened there? Well, I guess there's no running. Randy Orton must have suffered some sort of a leg injury that we did not know about. Well, then again, coming over from Raw, he did have an injury. We'll just pretend that he hasn't recovered from it yet. Huh. I'm surprised I didn't notice that before now. I just did a whole match. I don't understand. But now the Sandman. Now the Sandman is going to try to go for a Boston Crab here on Randy Orton. He's got a Boston Crab applied. Randy Orton is in trouble, but Randy's going to try to power through it. Randy Orton able to kick the Sandman away. As I believe it is Sandman and Randy Orton who are the fresher of the two teams. So right now, Randy Orton, nope. He's not going to get anything there because Sandman turns it around. Oh, and makes a tag to Sabu. I don't know how smart of a move that was because Sabu has taken a beating and Randy Orton is going to take full advantage of that as Sabu hung up. Oh no, Snake Eyes in the corner. I think I see what the Sandman was going for here. He was hoping that Sabu would get busted open and he was going to use that to full advantage because, of course, when these guys get busted open, they kick it up into a whole nother level. The sight of their own blood, it just sets something off. It flips a switch for them. The adrenaline starts pumping, and they kick it up to a whole nother level of intensity. As, oh no, Randy Orton whipped into the corner, and oh, what a double team move. What an attack there from Sabu and Sandman. As Randy Orton's now in trouble. You know, the crowd trying to rally him on in this matchup, trying to rally behind Rated RKO, try to push them to a victory against the hardcore legends here tonight. But right now, Randy Orton, he has certainly taken less damage than Edge, but that's not going to be the case for too much longer. He was the fresher of the two men, but right now, he's getting worn down just like Edge was. As now the referee's got to get Sandman out of the ring. Sandman's not even the legal man, because as soon as Randy's going to get to his feet, Sabu going to take him down from behind. Sabu and Sandman, of course, they don't adhere to the rules. They'll do whatever it takes to win. As now Sabu going to go back to the submission hold, and again, going to work on the lower back of Randy Orton here. As you can see, Edge is starting to sense there's a bit of desperation in the air. Edge starting to realize that Randy Orton might have been in trouble. But again, Randy gets to his feet, but he cannot go on the offensive. So now you see it's Edge in the ring. So Edge is, taking down Sabu. Edge going to return the favor. And I mean, you know, all's fair in love and war. Oh, and this is definitely a war. As Randy Orton now poked to the eye, so now it's Rated RKO who are starting to get a little aggressive, who are starting to kick it up a notch, is Sabu taken up top, and Randy Orton, DDT! Spike DDT off that top rope onto Sabu. Randy's going to go for the cover. Randy looking for the win. There's a 2. No, but it's broken up. No, it's not broken up. What? Rated RKO have just won the tag team titles. What? Well, perhaps a bit of a controversial finish there. It looked like Sandman was coming over to break up the pin, but for whatever reason, the referee didn't stop the count, and Rated RKO are now the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Well, I'm sure the Hardcore Legends are not going to be very satisfied about that. In fact, I think they might be downright pissed that that matchup ended the way that it did. So Edge and Orton, new Tag Team Champions, and the Hardcore Empire, well, it's starting to crumble. Well, that's not the finish I expected to see, but it's the finish we got. So we have 2 title changes in one night. We got a new US champ in Bobby Lashley, and now we have new tag team champions in Rated RKO. How about that? Oh, and now we got contracts to worry about. And I might not have enough. I might not. Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to get Corvan, but can I get Sabu and Foley? That's 230 plus 242. That's going to amount to 47. Nope. We do not have enough. So it looks like, well, I got to keep the Legend Killer rivalry going. I cannot lose my World Heavyweight Champion, so we got to get Foley. And Sabu, 7,000. Can we make that much? We might be able to get by with like a villain movie or something. So you know what? Finley hasn't been. I haven't had a place on the card for Finley, so I guess I can drop the fatigue onto him. So let's, I guess, give this a shot. I mean, yeah, we're gonna lose Corvan. Nothing doing there. Well, I guess before, let's take a look. Oh, we had a 3.5-star show. Probably because, yeah, the title matches. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Good show from us. So let's go ahead. Villain movie. Finley, you gotta do it. It's gotta be you. Can you get us a good chunk of change? Nope, that's only 1,000. You're worthless. Okay, who else? Who might do a little better? Corvan, sure, because Corvan's about to be leaving the show accidentally. So let's try him. He's got a higher popularity. Maybe he can get a better, bigger success for us. Okay, plus 10,000 cash. Is that enough to cover us? I think it should be. But the way the digits work, I sometimes don't pay enough attention. There we go, that's enough. So we just barely have enough to save Sabu. We're not going to be able to save Corvan, which... Oh, shoot. Finley actually had really high fatigue. That was a mistake. I don't know how. He was off the show last week. Wasn't he off the show the week before? No, wait. The week before... No, he was off the show 2 weeks in a row. How is his fatigue... Was it just... because? Was that because of the failure? Was the fatigue... Was that the penalty? It was that high? Well, Monday Night Raw. 4-star show. EC... Yeah. So, we might have gained a few fans back last week, but... Not for long. Yeah, we're back over the 2 mil mark, but we're going to drop right back down below it because this is a disaster. So, Tag Team Champions Rated RKO are now number 2 on the Power 25. Wow. Wow. All of our main guys dropped. So, Nitro up at 8. Foley and Funk dropped to 13. Sabu and Sandman down to 14. There's Elijah and Marcus. There's new US champ Bobby Lashley. Punk and Marcus. Oh, that's right. I forgot that that's also an alliance that happens. Yeah, so Lashley definitely moved up in the world. Moved up to number 6 after winning the US title. Shad dropping down. So yeah, this is our current situation. Is there anybody who can get a popularity boost? Because, I mean, Corvan. How many? Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at all the contracts expiring next week. Well... If I can save Nitro, I guess that's the big one. We're probably going to lose the Flair-Hardy rivalry, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? We're just barely scraping by. We got to make sure that we get the main focal points of the show. We got to make sure they stay on the roster. We got to make sure they stay satisfied. So, stay tuned for the next episode where we try not to go bankrupt, and I will see you then.